get to a point. 2008. Right, so the internet had been around. It had been around for 50 years, but it really caught hold in the mid-90s. And then everybody just went out there and we're going to make a fucking gajillion dollars selling fucking jams and damn our own little olive oils at all these little stores. So they were like, they started websites and they got fucking swindled. And then you had a dot-com bust in the 90s. And then they started damn creeping you out because when 1999 came, they didn't set the computers right, so we're gonna have fucking armored but all these are manufactured poisons that they put into people's minds. And they do it because they run the media. And what's so valuable about this conversation, and I assume it's getting close to an end, is that you guys are the trailblazers, and you're putting a different media out there. And this is what's going to start to just make, it's all about production. We live in a world that is governed by energy. I believe in God, and I've jumped out of a bunch of airplanes. When you jump out of an airplane, you really have to have a pretty significant, wholesome relationship with the Almighty. I don't know if the Almighty's out there, but it makes me feel better when I exit the door of that goddamn airplane thinking that that guy's looking out for me. All the words that were said meant to control. But, I mean, we didn't just grow up out of the dirt. And I don't want to get into a whole X-Files conspiracy theory type thing, but there is more shit out in the damn space. If there is, they probably were here a lot longer than us, and they might have planted us in here, whatever. And they created this. It's like, I don't know if you ever watched Rick and Morty, but goddamn it, they sum it up really, really well. It's a damn, it's a substrata inside a substrata. I mean, you guys should watch it. It's great. It's fourth season now.
You mentioned your father. You mentioned your son. You
Look,
mentioned
my old
your
man,
mom.
great guy. Look, he's
Is
gonna outlive us all.
Is there a lucky lady in your life that you want to mention?
Listen, I am a hopeless romantic. I started emptying pool tables and strip clubs the day after I got a driver's license. And I had a 1975 Datsun 280Z when I was 16 years old. And this was in 1985. If you don't think a Datsun 280Z is not a fucking pussy magnet in 1975, good Lord Almighty. I wish I still had that fucking car. God damn it. However, I was more focused on learning how to stop the Nazis and the communists. So I was all beat up and I didn't do very good in school, but I excelled in the military and the athletics. And I knew I met a quota, so they knew I was going in the military, so they just let me go. And I'm sorry, you asked a specific question and I lost my train, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying that you have a love interest.
Oh, the love interest, yes, I was deflecting actually. So I love every woman that I see, really. I mean, if she's very appealing, I mean, obviously lust and vanity are my weakest sins, so I obviously look at the body. But I do adore the mind if it comes with that too. But you have to have the body before you get the mind or whatever. But, yes, so I have a proclivity for strippers. And I was with one for a very long time, right after I got out of the Army. Actually, she was the very first dancer I ever talked to at the Gold Rush. My father took me to that. I was home on leave from Fort Benning, and I think it was around my birthday. And he took me to the Gold Rush, and it was the first time I'd gone to a strip club in Atlanta. And there was this girl, oh my gosh, Christina, bless her heart. But Christina seems to be my kryptonite. Any woman that I know that's Christina, or any woman that I know that is Chris, even any human male that I know that's Christine. I've been arrested with that guy twice, but there were two separate Christines. It's weird. I mean, that was really weird. You ever watch TV and you just got the TV on in the background and you're talking to somebody and you say a word and then a split second later you hear the same word on the TV? Am I the only one that sees that? Anyway, so what I'm saying is, my ex-wife, and the reason I'm here now, and probably the most important part of this entire situation is I love crazy. And when I chose my beloved ex-wife, Leah, I looked at her and I said, you know what? If I can kind of hone her in a little bit and I can guide her, I could spend a fucking eternity with that woman. God, dude, she had a fucking spirit that you wouldn't believe, and she was 100% herself, and she wasn't gonna fucking apologize about it. However, I didn't realize until about 2 or 3 months in, and by that time she had already put her damn sexual clamps inside of my goddamn brain. And I mean, I was her slave eventually. I was Cleopatra's Mark Antony. I mean, I was walking around the house. I mean, seriously. I mean, look at the literature. I mean, it was bad. But, you know, and I was happy about that because I knew she was crazy when I knew she was crazy the first 10 seconds I saw her. But that's something wrong with me, and I'm crazy too. I am crazy. The only difference between me and my ex-wife is I do not suffer from insanity. I enjoy every fucking minute of it. Now, she would let insanity just kind of creep up in her, and shit would go, yeah. I didn't do that shit. I like it all. So, and that's the key to the whole thing. But anyway, you can't say that in this day and age. After 12 years of marriage, we've been through so much, and we got to a point that, we were working and doing this and that. She was in school, and she had really never ever worked any place other than for me, other than the strip club. And, and she wasn't even really that good of a stripper because she was so distant from everybody. I had a friend ask me one time, he says, does she hate all men or is it just me? I was like, no, I think it starts with me and she hates the rest of it. So she really carried something around with her from the time in her youth, but she always took it out on me. Thank God I was in society for 12 years that I deflected her from society. I was hoping that I could reform her, but you can't change people. There's a gate of change that's on the inside that can only be unlocked from the inside. I didn't cheat on her. I didn't ever hit her or do anything what she hated me for was the contempt she held me in. She said, you think you're so goddamn good, Mike Davis. You're just so fucking good. You don't ever do anything fucking wrong. I was like, look, woman, I did a bunch of wrong shit before we got married. We got married when I was 35. By the time I was 33, I'd gotten all that shit out of my system. Which she was younger than me, so she hadn't got all that shit out of her system. Well, she's getting it out of her shit system now because when I filed for divorce in May of 2019, she kind of blew a gasket, and I think it was a combination of her mental situations that she's always been struggling with and we've always worked on, and God bless, we hope that she does fix that. The Adderall mixed with her bipolar medication that kind of deteriorated, and then especially when she couldn't get any more Adderall, she decided to go to methamphetamine from a guy that she got at the UPS that worked out in he cut the grass out there for the landscaping company. I got a call from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office about 2 weeks after I filed for divorce, and they told me, they said, Mr. Davis, it's our duty to let you know that your wife, Leah Davis, and I said, yeah, I said, we're in the process of divorce, and she said, she's out actively trying to find someone to murder you right now. Just get the fuck out of here. She's not that stupid. I always thought she would just murder me in my sleep. I mean, I was already resigned to that. I told my dad that 3 weeks after I met her. God, I miss her every day. I'm a modern day Don Quixote. I run into the strip club with my joust, and I joust those windmills, searching for my Dulcina, and I will save her. God damn it, I love them all. Anyway, so not to get sidetracked, but I could have spent the day. That girl had an ass that would stop traffic. Oh, I mean, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Listen, I love breasts, and I don't know if you can broadcast this shit right here, but I do love a nice buxom. But I mean, I love personality. I love it all. I really just love it from the fucking tip of the head down all the way to the fucking toes. But if I had to pick one thing, if I had to pick one fucking thing, God, I love a fucking nice ass. God damn it! Lord have mercy, is there not any better creation in the history of mankind? Am I wrong? And if I'm going to be castigated for saying that, you can broadcast that, D. I don't care. If I'm wrong, I've already went through so much. I mean, I have gone through so much. And listen, I had this Forrest Gump type damn persona where, you know what? Shit. There's always tomorrow. Just got to get through this day, and all I got to do is fucking breathe. I got a $10,000 fucking shirt on. This shirt cost me $300. These shoes were $500. This fucking pocket square was my wife's was $3,000. Anyway, the point is that I don't have a fucking dollar to my name. I'm so fucking broke. If it didn't cost but 50 cents to go around the world, I couldn't get out of sight. But they couldn't take my goddamn clothes. Those motherfuckers.
That's good.